Is this the kind of stabilization you want to see?
No, not at all. The stabilization I want to see is the 2-year, which is the worst stock in the world in terms of, if you want to call it that. The 2-year still doing their own thing. I mean, look, who does not want 3.8? I mean, the only way to get 3.8 is to own a REIT. But I like to think that I get my money back plus 3.8. These treasuries are, if Powell does 100, I think that people might be saying, you know what? They're really tough on inflation because they sent the price of stocks down. That's the problem.
That's not your call, though. 100.
No, it's not my call because I think that he doesn't like surprises. Remember, he's a very calm man. He surprised people in 2018. He learned his lesson.
Yeah. There was a couple arguments last night. J.P. Morgan, for whom a recession is not their baseline call, but they did say that a central bank-led recession, the odds went up. Now they're looking at 40% odds that you do have, and B of A last night as well. Fed's probably going to overdo it, probably will result in a recession.
Well, I think that give them a little more credit. They can make it so people come back to the workforce. And they can make it so that we have a little bit higher unemployment. They can't fix rents. But the idea that we're necessarily going to be thrown in a recession with the balance sheets of where we are, that's tough for me.
You mean the household balance sheets?
Yeah, household balance sheet and small business balance sheet, pretty good. I mean, the layoffs so far they're in tech, in finance, and they're very little. Now, remember, David Solomon did promise you. I did an interview with David Solomon at Goldman. He said, we will fire people, lay them off if we see any real weakness. Like, I remember when I worked at Goldman, there was this department. It was the mortgage department. And one day I went down, there was nobody there, except for a couple copy machines. I said, where'd they put the mortgage department? Oh, well, we got rid of the mortgage department. They weren't making any money. So, I mean, Goldman's true to its word. But I do think that the idea of recession, let's take that off the table. Instead say, you know what, we're going to see a definitive slowdown, and it means that while Clorox was downgraded to an underweight today, that may be a mistake. Nucor, Dow Chemical, these are building blocks of America. Those are they aren't really able to raise price. So I mean, I see too much that's negative already. It's not. We're not going to wake up and find more apartments, but we could wake up and say there are people who say, you know what, I got to put my home up for sale before things get too negative. That could happen, right. But that's a stretch. I wish that there was more building. I do think, by the way, that there are 3 companies that are helping: Walmart, Target, and Costco. They are helping the Fed. They are holding the line on price inflation. And that's very smart.
Yeah, I know. Especially, big retailers get beat up politically quite a bit, but they are a net source of disinflation and lower prices for most Americans. It's not like they're catering to even Amex. Some argue is biased to the higher income levels.
Yes, it is. One of the things that Costco has a lot of stores. They could have double the stores in the United States, but there's still a lot of resistance to having a Costco in your area because it can hurt small business. Right. To me, that's wrong. Costco, if you're a small business person, you go buy a Costco and then you sell it at your own store.
Helping to lead the S&P this morning, Jim, is Starbucks. 3% gain here on the guidance on earnings from the CFO. And, of course, Howard talking to you about unions using technology to reduce service time.
I think he's going to make it so it's easier to work. Look, cold brew came from nowhere. So they have a lot of machines that they demonstrated to me that are going to make it so cold brew can be much faster. And everything that Howard kept saying over and over again was, and you'll want to work here more. It'll be better. It'll be better. It'll be better. And he talked about how the buyback maybe been a mistake, this buyback. Want to make things better for the worker. He and I are idealists from the old days. We were talking about RFK, Robert F. Kennedy. And he was a person who ran for president at one point. I mean, I know it. Wow, it's been a long time. But I know that he is not anti-union. I think he's pro the benefits that he wants to offer people. He's not anti-union because he grew up in an era where unions could be a positive force. But what he wanted to do is say, you know what, let's solve the problem of how much of a drag it is, what a problem is with ICE, what a problem is we don't have the right machines. We need time to market. A lot of what they showed me is we can do this many foam espressos in this short a time, and you'll be great. Now, I was in Milan. The big maker of coffee in Milan is Starbucks.